Good morning, children. Welcome to EVS class. Today we'll be starting with lesson number 8, the story of water. When we talk about water, we should always remember that it is an indispensable, essential, and a very important part of our lives. It plays a significant role in our survival. If we, the human beings, plants and animals, do not get water, we can also die. So water is really important for all of the living organisms. We get water from various sources like the river, stream, pond, lakes, wetlands, waterfalls, glaciers, seas, taps, hand pumps, wells, canal, oceans. These are all the sources of water from where we get water. Now let us talk about some of the sources of water which were used in the past. In the ancient times, water was easily available from the rivers and from other sources. Now let us talk about them in detail. The first one is the lake. It is a small water body which is naturally generated by our God. It is a small body of water in which water from various sources like the rainfall or the overflowing rivers or the melting snow from the mountains gets collected together, and hence it forms a lake. The second source of water which was used in the past is a johar. What is a johar, kids? A johar is nothing but a small earthen dam. Earthen dam means a dam which is made with the help of mud. This is the dam built with the help of mud to conserve the rainwater. Whenever it rains, all the water is collected inside this dam made with mud. This has resulted in the improvement of groundwater levels as it is easy to absorb the water in the ground. So thus it helps in increasing the levels of water in the ground or in the surface of the earth. Next is the well. I think you all must be aware of what is a well. It is a deep hole dug into the ground to collect all the groundwater. In this, a long rope with a bucket is attached so as to pull water which is present in the surface of the earth. So we can say that a well is having a long rope with a bucket attached to it which is used to pull water out of itself. It is mostly found in the villages. The next source of water is the step well or the baoli. Yes, it is also known as baoli. As you can see in this picture, so many steps or so many stairs are there, and then inside there is a small well. This source of water is also used to collect the rainwater so that we can harvest the rainwater, or we can use the rainwater by collecting it in the best possible manner. We can use this rainwater by collecting it in the step well for various household activities and also for giving water to the crops and plants. It has steps which leads to a water reservoir. Now reservoir means anything which is used to collect the water. So step well is basically a reservoir of water which is used for rainwater harvesting. Now let's talk about the natural sources of water. What do we mean by natural? Natural means anything which is given to us by Mother Nature, anything which is made by God. So all the sources of water which are given to us by Mother Nature are all called natural sources of water. For example, oceans, rivers, ponds, lakes and streams. Now have you ever imagined from where does this water come from? Does any magic happen? No, it is all about science and Mother Nature. The rainwater and the melting snow from the glaciers fill water bodies like rivers, lakes, areas of oceans and seas. Now, if you would have ever seen a mountain, the peak of the mountain or the top of the mountain is always covered with snow. When the sun light falls on this snow on the peak of the mountain, it melts gradually, like the ice cream melts when it is kept in the heat. The same way, when the sunlight falls on the snow which is present on the peak of the mountains, then that snow starts melting. Thus it comes down in the form of water, which turns out to be a river. This river goes to the oceans and seas. Small water bodies like lakes and ponds are also few natural sources of water. They also seep into the soil or absorb into the soil to form the groundwater, which is present in the earth's surface. Tube wells give us access to this water. You might be seeing some machines which are present in the farmlands used by the farmers. They use a machine called tube well so that they can use the water which is present inside the earth's surface, which is known as the groundwater. So the tube wells are used to give access to that water. Now this is a river which is one of the most important natural sources of water. Some of the examples of rivers are Ganga, Godavari, Krishna, Satluj, etc. Now ocean and seas have salty water which we cannot drink. The oceans and seas are really large water bodies which are formed by mixing up of various rivers. Lakes and ponds are water bodies which are found on land. These are comparatively small water bodies. Now coming to the human-made sources of water, we already discussed about well. Wells are dug several meters deep to reach the groundwater so as to have access on the water which is present in the earth's surface. The next is the storage tank, which are large reservoirs of water. They are filled up during the rainy season and can be used for various activities. They can also be connected to our motor pumps which are inserted in our houses to collect the water and used at the time of need. Children, this is a hand pump. This is also the source of water made by the human beings, and it is dug on the ground to gain access to the groundwater. This is a canal. The canals are channels which carry water from large water bodies to the fields. As you can see in this picture, the canal is in the center and there are fields all around. So this water is gradually taken to the fields from the large water bodies so that we can give water to the fields. This is a dam. Dam is basically used to use the energy of the flowing water of the rivers to conduct or generate electricity. It in a way stops the flow of river so that we can generate electricity with the flow of water. So dams are built across rivers so that the force of the water can be used to generate the electricity, which is also known as hydroelectricity. With this, we come to the end of the class. Thank you, children.